You have entered the Plumbing Business Success Zone, teaching entrepreneurs the business of plumbing. This is Potty Talk Live, recorded live on Facebook every week. Type 5 in the comments to subscribe to the show. And now your host, Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber.
Hey, plumbing pros, welcome to the 227th episode of Potty Talk Live. Hey there, I'm your host, Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber, coming at you live behind the golden MTP microphone. All right, as we are broadcasting into the trenches, the crawl spaces, basements, kitchens, and baths all around this big, beautiful world of ours. The plumbing professionals just like you. How you doing this evening? It's great to have you here. Great to be back in town here.
I know,
here atop the world headquarters here at NDP Central. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful evening looking at the skyline this evening.
That's right, of Manhattan.
All right. Hey, and the lovely Laura is joining us as well. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
How you doing?
Doing great.
All right. It's good to see you. Good to see you here. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
So welcome aboard here. Hey,
everybody.
If you're watching live, let us know you're watching live. Type live in the comments. Mm-hmm. If you're watching the replay, type replay. Let us know you saw us. And if you're listening to the podcast, you know what to do. Just keep on listening, right? All right, you know the routine.
Okay, DW just texted me. Thanks, DW. He said your mic is distorted. We are playing with
our. Yeah, let us know here. DW, let's do a little sound check here because we're working with some equipment here.
There we go. And I just switched.
Okay, what are we on now?
We're on the your H5.
We're on the H5 on the lapel.
DW?
All right, hey DW.
Thank you.
There's our producer. All right, the guy knows a thing or two. Let's stick with that.
Yeah, our offsite producer. So let us know what that is. Please.
But other than the distortion, how are you doing? All right,
He's good having you here. A date night.
Hey, we're back here. Now. Hey, Pam, lovely Pam Collins here.
Pam.
Hey, spend some time with her and her.
Her better other?
Her better other. Well, I think it's the other way around. All right, Chad, you're a lucky man. You know it. Out in Vegas. Hey, my New Brunswick man's on board. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you here. But hey, yeah, we just got back in from Vegas. Hey, the good pastors. We met.
We've got a picture to
share
here in a
there
second.
we go. We'll bring that up there.
Mrs. Good Pastor from Middletown,
Ohio, right in the neck of the woods where I grew up. So it's fun talking with them. You guys here, of course. It's just fun. I mean, we're out in Vegas. Viva la! I can't help it.
Patrick and Margaret were there.
All right.
Party animals, those two.
Oh man, I can't keep up with that guy.
All
right. Hey, but it was fun seeing some clients.
Yep.
All right. We have some pics.
We do. Hey, Mr. Martz.
Hey, Martz. Good to see you guys.
See ya.
All right. Do we have some pics to show?
We do.
Come back from the.
Oh, thanks, Dwayne.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, we want to show pictures. Okay, well, let's see. Let me.
While you're doing that, hey, we got a great show here.
We do.
We're going to be talking, how to plumb like a free man. Okay. Are you a free man?
Hey, Carmen. Carmen's on.
Or are you a slave to your plumbing business?
Carmen LaCasa is no longer a slave because he just joined the Success Academy.
Smart
guy.
All right.
Carmen.
One wants to be a free man.
Yeah, he does.
Hey, sadly, I sat. We're just talking about that. We sat with the, at lunch and let's talk with some guys and all that. And I talked with a lot of slaves. I'm sorry. I got to say it. You just, they're
when we were there at the expo.
Right. They love being in the truck. All right. One guy in particular I can remember. He looked like he was 70, but I bet he was younger than I am.
He was the nicest guy.
But proud to be in the truck. One truck. And what happens is you're making money and doing stuff well right now, but you have nothing to show for it at the end of the career. There's nothing to sell. You're not going to buy your big list. That you have this contract or that contract.
Those are going out.
Right. There's nothing there. Okay. So if you're serious about being a free man, all right, you need to check out the Success Academy. And right now you can check it out for free, 14 days. All right. I'll hook you. All right.
Hook them right from the beginning.
And it's all easy. It's all there for you. All right. If you want to be a free man plumbing.
Right, Carmen. Okay? Right, Carmen?
So there we go. But we had a good time. Met a lot of cool people. One of the good pastors.
Do you want to show some of the pictures here?
Some of our clients. You got pictures?
We got pictures. Okay, so this is how
we
came in to Vegas, right? There we are.
Yeah, that's in our limo. we had the limo, but they sent the party limo.
Jody.
I mean, it was like a mile long. You know, there's a hot tub behind us and all that. We didn't do the hot
There
tub on the way.
wasn't.
No, but it was like one thing was like, whoa, wait.
Whoa.
You know, we asked for the car, but they sent the car.
They did.
Okay.
Here we are at lunch.
Oh, there's
the
Pam, who
Collinses.
just said it was live, and her husband Chad. They're the owners of a plumbing power couple
Out
of Pride Plumbing.
Grand Junction.
Grand Junction, Colorado. There we are, sitting out there.
It's beautiful. And what's
Beautiful.
Chad going to be? Chad said he's going to be.
Legend. That's and it will. You gotta look. You gotta. We'll talk about this, but you gotta have that in your frame of mind.
You do.
You know, if you hate being in the truck, you gotta hate being in the truck. Okay. If you don't hate being in the truck, that doesn't mean you hate plumbing. I'm proud to be a plumber. I'm proud to be a master plumber. I'm proud. But you gotta be, where you hate being in the truck. If you hate being in the truck, sometimes guys feel guilty about that. But that's you'll be successful if you hate being in the truck. If you love being in the truck, go work for someone else.
Yeah.
Okay, let them carry all the stress.
Yep.
Here we are with
Dan Antonelli.
Dan Antonelli of
Kick
Kick
Charge. Got to meet him face to face,
Yep.
which was very fun.
Yeah.
Got
Where's
a
his
great
hand?
group.
Where's his right hand?
Where's his right hand? I think he was see it around your waist.
Okay, right there. There he is. Yeah.
Hey, there's the good.
There's the good pastors. Look at that.
You look at him. Out of Middletown, Ohio.
Hey, good-looking
It's
Buckeyes.
All Drains, right? Is that
Right.
it? All Drains?
All Drains, yep.
Drains. Oh, I don't know if that's the full name.
think-
But yes, super nice couple.
That was fun. Fun talking with them. I mean, that's what's fun about these kinds of things. You get to meet others that are working at being successful, and you get to network. That kind of a thing, which is a fancy word for make friends.
Making new friends.
Making friends. Phyllis, you got any more?
I do. Oh, yep. Hey,
Oh, there's
we know
there's
these
the
yahoos. Look
there's
at
the
them.
Sky Boss girl. I stole a T-shirt. Okay, no, they gave me a T-shirt.
Jody's on too right now.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Jody.
Right. Hey, and I'm
time.
sorry. Get me back here. I don't.
Oh, you're gonna fall right off here. What'd you do?
What?
Oh my goodness, he's broken things.
Okay.
He's totally broke. What, honey? What did you do? Okay,
right.
I'll just ad lib right now because Richard got so excited. He was trying to show that.
Do that dance
your
we learned
face
in
now.
Vegas. Do that
Okay.
dance we learned in Vegas. There we go. All right.
What the
From there.
heck?
Well, I want to show my Chucks because I got my black leather Chucks on.
You do.
But they have orange Chucks.
Orange
there's
Chucks.
orange shirts and there's
Yep.
orange Chucks.
They did.
They just look sharp. They stood out. They were the best looking crew in the whole place.
Oh, they were totally the best looking
But there
crew.
we go. You see Mr. and Mrs. Boss.
Yep.
We have Brian. And is that
And
Mark? There we go.
Mark in the background.
Good looking. We got our pic with
They
them.
were fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Had a great
And they
time.
did. Well, I think I hope you have some pictures. They put on an event.
They did.
And it was
I
fun.
might have a couple.
Okay. Well, there we are one morning. We're
Yep.
just doing a selfie out in front of the Bellagio.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Oh,
Beautiful. Oh, there's you
Oh,
having
busted.
a Guinness. I think it was all of 11 in the morning
Yeah.
at that point. But it was 2 our time.
Yeah,
so,
it was afternoon our
right.
time.
There we are on my birthday dinner. It was my birthday while we were there.
Yep.
Hey, there we go. Another couple of plumbing power couples, BJ and Christy.
Oh, there we go.
Serena.
Yes.
Can you see them?
All right, and that was fun.
That was
really had a
fun.
good time. We've had with our clients. We talk. We have our Skype sessions and those kinds of things. That.
Right.
And
With our private clients, and we
but
never get to
meet
meet
them
them.
face to face. But
Like
then it was
live.
just fun. And then here we are. Live. There
Yep.
we go.
There we go.
There's
Got
BJ
to
and
see
Christy
BJ and
and
Patrick and Margaret.
Patrick and Margaret.
And there we are, actually. Haven't you guys had a cigar one night?
The
right?
ladies left. Right. We had a cigar and some adult beverages.
Right. We went.
Right.
The ladies went shopping because the cigars were stanky.
Yeah.
Totally stinky. I know you guys
Oh.
had fun, but
That was a good.
PU.
I think that was probably my favorite time.
I'm sure it was.
Was with the guys there. We had a great conversation and.
Here's Dan and,
Yeah.
and Margaret. Here's this is a Sky Boss event.
Okay.
The picture is kind of funny because us ladies are not paying attention at all. Larry and Jody are doing a presentation back there, and yeah, we're just chatting amongst ourselves. Sorry,
Oh.
guys, but it was very fun. There's some more ladies. Taylor Benton,
There's some babes.
social,
Yep.
real-time reviews out there with Jody. There's some more Dan Antonelli.
Now, hey, stop here though.
Okay,
I want to show
stopping.
because it's cool. You got the banner, and there you have.
Rocket from
Rocket,
Works.
the little Rocket Man from Works from the Basingas. All right.
right there on the front of the banner for
right.
Kick Charge.
All right.
Very fun.
Does great work.
There's more of our plumbing power couples that we got to meet live with.
Good stuff there.
Right there. And then look at this
Oh, look
character
who
that
snuck
dropped
in. Just showed up. Who's that guy
Right.
down on the right side there, in blue?
In blue.
In his blue.
That's
That's
CF.
CF, the plumbing sales coach. All right. He paid a visit.
More
hey, there's
clients.
another one of our
Marcella's were
Yep.
there.
That was fun.
Another fun dinner. This is, there you are, baby, holding court. I don't know what you're saying, but it's very interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
Talking about being a free man with your plumbing business.
Something about that.
All right.
So that was our fun time. If you did not go to Service World Expo.
Hey, guys, that is something, you just need to do those kinds of things. We had in our open coaching class in the academy today, I spoke on that, about my takeaways with that kind of a thing. And it's just, you're learning, you learn new stuff, okay?
Yeah, we did.
Networking, and then just lifestyle. It's just to be there in that environment, and it's a little fun and different,
Yeah, it's just fun being
just
with
live,
people. Yeah.
So that's good. So
that's what
we
we
hope
did.
to see you
Vegas.
there.
Go next year. And
Yep.
if you can't go to Vegas, come to the Wet Show in Indianapolis. We'll meet you
yeah,
there.
in February. When it's nice and cold. But it's good. No, it's good. Our city's nice. Everything's connected.
Yeah, so you don't
and
really
great
have to be
mall,
outside.
great food, restaurants, all right here.
Right.
And so you don't even have to go outside.
But it's still freaking cold in
But
February.
it is cold, right?
worst
Nothing
time.
like the Vegas.
Nothing like being in Vegas.
Yeah. And so it was good.
It was fun.
All right. It was
All
fun
right.
seeing our clients that are on. Do we have any that were there and on?
Oh yeah, we got a lot of people.
okay.
Yeah, Christy noticed that we stole some pictures off their Facebook page. So
Oh yeah, we're always swiping.
we're
always swiping.
We're borrowing.
All right.
I'll give them back for heaven's sakes.
So what's this thing about being a free man?
I don't know. What are you
All right.
talking
Does anybody
about?
want to be a free man?
Hey,
A free
Mr.
plumbing
Boss
man?
Sky Boss, Mr. Sky Boss is
The boss is in the house.
Yep.
Everybody straighten up and behave.
That's right.
All right. Hey, thanks again, Larry.
Yes,
all right,
thanks,
and
Larry.
Jody for the fun event. All
Yep,
right, the
Tuesday
Sky Boss
night,
party.
live event,
Yep.
Mixer,
And
a lot of fun.
Mixer there. It was a great time. Great getting to know them better. Another thing with doing these kinds of things is that as you build these relationships. That's what all this is about.
Right.
Just like CF, the plumbing sales coach, talks about with your customer. You don't need to sell. You're just building relationship. Okay, and with relationship comes trust and you spend money and you work with people that that you have a relationship with. So at these kinds of events, that's the cool thing there is you get to build a relationship. So like with with Larry and Jody, we get to meet the bosses of
Right.
Sky Boss and with Matt and
gang.
Taylor, of real time reviews and real time social and real time marketing,
Real-time
everything. Right? You build these relationships. And then when you're using their services and their products and that kind of a thing, and you have issues and and there's life happens, right? And communication and stuff. Hey, you got a relationship, and so you can you're talking to a friend,
Right.
And they feel like they're talking to a friend. Not that
Right.
they don't want to help everybody and aren't working to help, but there's just something to that,
Right. Definitely,
And
yeah.
so-
Applicant Pro was there.
Right.
Obviously, Dan Antonelli was there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And I loved with our clients. We build a relationship. With the coaching and our sessions, that kind of a thing. But having that personal connection, you get to find a little bit more, get some insight more in what they want in their personal lives. That just it just kind of helps you all
You get
head in
to
the right
learn a lot as
direction.
you break bread together.
And break bread, right? And smoke cigars and drink adult beverages.
Or shop as we ladies
shop.
did. So there you go.
So, all right.
Okay, what are you talking about?
How to plumb like a free man.
Let's hear it.
Are you a slave to your plumbing business? Sadly, most are. Okay,
What do you
most
mean
are.
by that?
Now, sadly, most don't realize they are. Like the guy I sat next to at lunch talking about how proud he was to be still working in the truck
At the age of
a million.
75, yeah. And his
Look at-
knees were gone.
Knees were gone,
Yeah.
and that kind of a thing. But all right, but it's. I guess we got to define what's the other side of slavery. And I know that's a tough word too. I mean, not some PC. I actually had one of my.
When have you ever been PC?
I know to say that has a bad connotation. I want you to feel that connotation.
Want to
Because
feel the weight of it.
feel the weight. That's a good way. The weight of that connotation, because that's what your business can be and is for most plumbing business entrepreneurs out there. Okay, is you become a slave to the business and everything associated with that business. Okay. But I guess you got to, what do we mean? What's on the other side of slavery? Then that freedom. What does that look like? We never stop. And what does that mean? What does freedom mean to you?
Oh, that's really good. That's a good question
What
to
does-
ask the group.
There, Jody, I love the personal connections. They get even better when we get to meet each other in person. And yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Jody gave me a big hug. Even the big boss himself gave me a big hug.
I know.
gave me one of those big man, hugs.
Manly hugs.
We hug each other big and pat each other on the back. All right.
So pat each other on
So so what does freedom
Okay.
mean to you? Okay, Lance says, feel like I'm a slave today.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Well, he just got back from a long trip, so
Yep. Okay, it can hit
re-entry
you.
is the killer.
Re-entry is tough, But
That's
what
good.
the-
Yeah, what does
what
let us
does
know, guys, in
freedom-
the comments.
does
does
freedom
freedom
mean
mean?
that you get more time in the truck, or you don't have to
hear it.
work in crawl spaces, even though you're in the truck, or what's? I guess we got to define what freedom means. Okay.
And everybody's idea might be different.
Right, it is different. So I guess starting from that, I'm speaking from my point of view of freedom.
Sure.
When I started with my plumbing business, I wanted my own time. I wanted control of my own time. I didn't want to be someone's beck and call boy. Okay, I didn't, and that meant everybody, whether it was the customers or employees or vendors or whoever. I wasn't going to be your beck and call boy.
Adam says freedom would not having to put out fires all the time.
All the time, right?
Know that, and I think we can relate it to the business that we had prior to the plumbing business, where we had very few customers, right? Because
Right.
the type of business it was, we had large retailers were our customers, but it was the buyer for the retailer,
Right.
Right, maybe 200 stores, but really there was only one customer.
Only one customer. Made
Right.
big bucks, but I was slave to that money. Freedom, it's not necessarily just money, okay?
Right. Definitely.
I wanted free time. I wanted to be in control of my destiny.
And we could decide if we wanted to serve a customer or not.
Right, that kind of a thing. Freedom equals control.
Control,
Right. And I like that one. With the example of the
ATK.
store with the retailers, that crosses over to, let me hit the first.
Okay.
The thing is, with whether or not you're a slave or whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
TK.
Terry equals options.
Freedom
right.
equals option.
For you, you want one options. Okay. Number one is having the right purpose. Okay. So with your plumbing business, a lot of guys, when we start, we just think, well, I'll be, I'll make more of the money, or supposedly
I'll
I'll
get
be
all
in
the
control.
money.
Right,
Right.
that kind of a thing. It usually centers around the plumbing side of things. Okay, I have found with Truly from the beginning, my thing was freedom. I started out from the day I started my business, my plumbing business. I knew I was designing it for my personal freedom. My personal freedom. So everything came out of that. That was my, some people call it the, your why. Okay. What was it? Didn't Michael Gerber speak or whatever? Patrick, help me on this. And he called him something else. We talked about it, over one of those cigars, of how they put it. Different guys put it different ways. It's finding what it is. Why is the reason you're doing your business? Okay. And I give you this little hint. It ain't about plumbing. If it is about plumbing to you, do your family a favor, do yourself a favor, so you don't find yourself at the end of your life and put yourself through all these headaches, okay, and waste of time and money. Close your business and go work for someone else. Be a great plumber for someone else, period. Okay, if it's about plumbing for you. If you're proud to be in the truck, you love being in the truck, you get your high from being in the truck, directly selling to the customers and that kind of stuff, go do that for someone else, okay? Ultimately, if that's what totally drives you. Now, those of us who start our plumbing business are good at that kind of a thing. We're great with customers. We're great with serving our customers, with selling our customers and those kinds of things. That's what gets us out there in the first place. But ultimately, to be ultimately successful and to create a business that provides you freedom, all right, you gotta, that can't be the thing that drives you. Because if that's what drives you, you'll always be connected to that, okay, all right? That has to, and I say it in a way where you gotta pay, some of the guys will speak up here.
Patrick says we're in the business of building
Right.
businesses.
Patrick, I think, wouldn't mind I think it makes him sick to be in the truck. Which is good, because that means I'll do whatever it takes to put the business and go through the pain of putting these stuff together, okay? And so I'm not in the truck, okay?
Right.
You got to be there or you won't do it. That's why a lot of plumbing businesses fail. 95% do. The 5% that are making it, 97% of those are just living paycheck to paycheck, because their purpose is to be in the truck. Okay, they feel more secure in the truck and more afraid of being out of the truck. I don't want to be in the office. I don't know what that means or whatever that. So I feel secure here. You gotta be sick to your stomach of being in the truck so that you can do what it takes to be free. Okay, freedom isn't free. Okay, freedom isn't free. Freedom is doing what you want when you want.
Says the boss man.
Says the boss man. Exactly right. Okay, and we're working towards that. So you got to have that right purpose, okay? The right purpose. So that's number one, okay?
The right purpose.
The right purpose.
Got
we have
it.
that there? All right?
I just wrote it down.
Okay. Number two, all right? The right people, okay? Now there's a couple different kinds of people, okay? The people you're serving and the people you serve with. You got to have the right people, all right, to be a free man with your plumbing business. Okay, so let's talk about, first, the people that you serve, okay, your customers, okay, which leads to the right customer, right? Okay, not every plumbing customer is the right customer if you're looking to be free. Certainly, I'll come out and say it. We all started with new construction, all right?
Yep.
All right, we all started out with new construction. We've all been there. But you will never, ever, never, never, ever be a free man, all right, working for builders. Okay, you never will. It's not set up that way, okay? You're the beck and call boy, all right? You're their little, all right, period. All right, I'm nobody's. I decided when I started, even though I had to do that kind of, you kind of do it at the beginning.
Learned the hard way.
But I hated it, that kind of a thing. And I'm nobody's little bee, okay? I'm no one's little beck and call boy, all right? I'm a free man. You got to know that about yourself, okay? And so you can't be so scared of, well, I got to work for these builders. That's all I got, or that's all I can do, or that's all I work. All right, all right,
TK's
Mrs.
got
Jones.
it. Mrs.
All right,
Jones.
Mrs. Jones.
That's right.
All right, you're free with Mrs. Jones. All right, the homeowner. Okay, there isn't freedom working for warranty. All right, there ain't freedom working for commercial. All right, you're their little beck and call boy. All right, if you want to be someone's little beck and call boy, go work for someone and be a great little beck and call boy. All right, be their best beck and call boy. All right, but if you're looking to be a free man, all right, you gotta work for the right people, and the right people in this case for a plumbing business are residential service customers. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. Me and Mrs. Jones. All right, we get along just fine. All right.
Pam says new construction equals
Hostage for your money. That's right. All right, they're going to blow you up. Okay. You can't do it. Told my builder off today. All right, it's just.
Lance, do we need to have a phone call?
We just even recently we had. I grew up with my builder. The guy we grew up. We went to school together. We're best friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A week later, found out he dropped him for another cheaper guy.
Right.
I always say, no matter where you at, where you live, okay, where you at, I can come in there and take. If you work for a builder, I can take the business. I can take the business from you. If you work for...
It doesn't matter if it's your dad.
If it doesn't matter if your dad, it doesn't matter. Your mom. It doesn't matter. I will take your business. All right, because it's just it's about the money in that case. Okay, so the right people in the case of who you serve, and then who you serve with. This is a biggie. This is where guys get stuck all the time. All right, and it's the guys you have working for you. Okay. They're not your buddy, all right? They're not your brother, all right? They're not your best friend.
Nope.
Okay, now they may be those things. If they are, the odds are you're going to be in trouble, okay? And very few times with those things does it work, okay?
Very few.
But we start that way, we work with these guys that we work somewhere else, and hey, I'm starting my own business, my own plumbing company. Come work for me. We'll have fun together, And what they see you as
I'll take on all the risk.
Right, and I'll just pay you all the money and make life easy for you, and you can come in whenever you want and take off whenever you want, and we'll just have fun together, okay? I'm just going to and look, and that's our heart. I love the heart, okay? You need that heart, okay? But it doesn't work out that way, especially with guys that you've worked with in the past or know you in the past. No man is a prophet in his own nation, okay? So I guarantee you, the guys you work with don't respect you and see you as a plumbing business owner. They don't. They don't.
Sadly.
They don't, okay? Don't try to make it. They don't. No, they see you as the little puppy in the litter that they plumbed with you, now you think you're all that, all right? And they're gonna bring you down.
They're gonna make sure you don't think you're all that.
Right. Okay. So you gotta have the right guys serving for you and fighting for you. Okay. You're not one of the boys anymore. That's another problem the guys have. You're one of the boys. You ain't one of the boys. Okay.
Nope.
All right. You don't hang out with the boys. You don't drink with the boys. You don't talk with the boys. You don't gamble with the boys. You don't do the stuff with the boys.
Did you say don't drink with the boys too?
You don't. Well, see, right.
Yeah.
Well, I was drinking with fellow business owners.
Well, yeah.
Okay, but not my employees.
Exactly. That's what I meant. Yes.
All right. Don't hang out. Okay.
Carmen's got a great point here. Managed a plumbing department for 2 years. Hired 2 buddies. They no longer call me.
Yeah.
They will take advantage of you.
Amen. All right. They all do. 30 years I've seen it.
Yeah.
Always. In my 30 years of literally hiring and firing hundreds of men. Hundreds. Okay. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. Only one who was a friend and became close even through this experience worked out. Only one.
Uno.
One. And that's because he was just a good man of God and good, and he worked as an employee. He took he realized what was going on.
Right.
Okay. Everyone else, the best plumbers, the best guys I was buddies with, it doesn't work out. I don't care whether you live in California, Florida, Indiana, Texas, Hawaii, Alaska, Canada, whatever. It doesn't work out.
Rarely does it. And when it does, it's always a surprise.
It does. I'm taking the hard. Don't even mess with it. Okay. don't even mess. Realize, expect it to happen, because what happens is, okay.
You got to have a tanner in your field. Okay. Lance has a great employee, tanner.
And Lance, you got to be doing some praying and some thinking and put in an extra tithe, all right, or whatever, that kind of thing, because you lucked out right out. Your first guy happened to be a winner, which is rare.
You.
Right. But you got to have the right people fighting for you, okay? That are doing the work for you, okay? Which leads to the idea too that they're assets, okay? And I go all over this in the Success Academy. Again, you need to understand these. Most guys don't, okay? These are things that when we start our plumbing businesses, and so that's why the reason we get happy being the guy in the truck. I'm happy in the truck. The reason I'm happy in the truck is because I can't get someone else to work for me and do the stuff I want to do. So I resolve myself to I'm happy in the truck.
Right.
All right. You're happy dying is what's happening.
Carmen's right. It says that's because they think they're entitled to what you built. He loses no sleep.
He loses no sleep. They know. And so.
But that's true. They think that they have some sort of ownership.
Right. This is the biggest mistake. One of the biggest mistakes that we make in starting our plumbing businesses is not handling our men right. Okay. As soon as you lose respect with your guys, I can go on this could be a whole show. As soon as a guy doesn't show up on time, fire him, because you'll never get their respect back. I had to learn this the hard way. I loved my men. In fact, that's one of the biggest mistakes that we make as generals or as kings. Okay. You have too much pride, that kind of a thing, or some guys get too stuck in the numbers, every number, all the parts right, all that kind of stuff. Those are huge mistakes that generals make. Another thing is that generals can love their men too much. Okay, and I see that's most of the guys do this kind of a thing, because when we start our plumbing business, usually we're coming from another business where we felt like a little mishandled, and so. But when I start my plumbing business, I'm going to make the best pay and give the best environment for guys. Okay. Yep. Yes.
TK said eagles don't fly. He said eagles don't fly with sparrows.
Right.
It's true. Nothing wrong with sparrows.
Nothing wrong. Right. But if you own a plumbing business, you are different. Okay, and you're an eagle, and so. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, and so they're sparrows. They're flitting around. Okay, and they're just looking for security. And men feel secure when they know the boundaries and when they feel led.
Just like kids.
Okay, they don't feel secure that you give them everything they want.
No.
Okay, or they can wear their uniform sometimes. Okay, or they can come and go and do whatever. Okay, so I'll kind of beat that one to death here a little bit, but I want you to feel that one, because you can be a slave. Sadly, I see most guys who do have employees are slaves to their men. Okay, they're a little beck and call boy to their men.
That's not why you started your plumbing
business.
And
that's not why. Definitely not. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and finally, number 3, the right process. Okay. Paper and pen is not the right process, okay? You're never going to be the $1 million plumber with paper and pen. Certainly not for long.
No.
Okay. And certainly not securely. Okay. So you have to have the right process in place, and the process is everything. Okay. From hiring. Okay. Recruiting, constantly recruiting, hiring, the right service process, the right field service process.
I don't know. Do you know anyone to
No, do
possibly?
we?
I don't
Come
know.
on. Huh? Like
Maybe.
Sky Boss? Okay, there
I
ain't
don't
anything
know.
other. Having those kinds of things in place. Okay, you got to have it. If you don't have Sky Boss in place, you're
gonna die.
You're gonna die. Okay, I know. Okay, we promise just to be straightforward and speak the facts. If the facts, bother you, then this isn't for you. Potty Talk Live's not for you. We're about the business of plumbing, about creating successful plumbing businesses. Okay,
and
taking it seriously.
Professionalizing the plumbing business.
And professionalizing, right.
Industry.
If you don't have Sky Boss in place, you ain't a professional plumbing business owner. Period. All right? If you're not using...
You're on paper and...
Right. If you're on paper and pen, that kind of... it's
you're
like...
just going to die.
Come on, man. Just go work for someone else. Okay? Get
Sky Boss.
Or get Sky Boss. Look, I'm about calling men up. Look, you're taking a risk by stepping in the ring with your own business,
right.
Okay? All right? You're putting your family at risk. Just because you're doing some jobs, all right, and you're out there doing your thing in the truck, doesn't mean your family's secure, okay? And so you need to do the things that will put your business in a secure way. And so you need to have the right processes in place, okay, to have a secure business, all right?
Okay.
And it's things like Sky Boss, okay? Having that in place.
Applicant Pro is another one.
Applicant Pro.
For recruiting.
You're systemizing the process of constantly recruiting. Look, if you're not constantly recruiting, don't be whining. That's one of the biggest. I can't find good guys. I've heard that for 30 years. There ain't no plumbers. We got a plumbing shortage. 30 years has been a plumbing shortage. Okay, and so we find the excuses where people are going to college, and it's always been that way. College was big in the 60s. It was big in this pushing to go to college in the 70s. It's always been the big push to go to college. Ain't nobody in the trades anymore. It's always been that way. Okay, you got to proactively, as a businessman, be recruiting your second biggest asset. Your customers, okay, number one. Number two are your people, okay? All right, well, both these are people, but your people, the people you fight with, you got to constantly be recruiting. If you're not constantly recruiting, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
Your plumbing business is failing, or if it has failed, okay, or is on the way to failing, it's your fault. All right, that's also the bottom line. You are the king, all right? You're the plumbing business owner. Stop pointing the finger and saying, well, there's not enough work in my area, or there's not enough guys in my area, or I just don't have enough money, or I don't have this or that. All right, those are excuses, okay? All right, you all have to work with that. We all have to work with those kinds of things. All right, you work with what you have. You push forward, okay?
Okay, hey,
So-
you know what? We've got a question here
Oh.
from Paul.
Give me a chance to take a. These are. I'm so sad to see these are things that the businesses aren't doing. This is the reason why guys are failing, and they're so simple to solve.
They're
What?
simple,
Yep.
or they're easy. They're simple, just not easy. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So Paul, hi Paul Schultz. How about paying your plumbers for their work and not hourly? For example, 26% commission for a journeyman plumber instead of hourly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big hourly is you're just setting yourself up. You just you want to be able to drive your guys. Hourly, in fact, is an unfair way to pay your guys. Okay, it sets them up for slavery. All right, they just get paid an hourly wage. All right, whether they work fast or work better or do a good job or not or whatever.
Or whether they have parts on their truck
or
not.
whatever. So no one wins there. I'm a piece rate fan. I know in California there's some issues, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You got to keep track of their,
Larry can
right,
talk intelligently about that.
I guess because it's a socialist state of California, that kind of
It
thing.
is.
But I'm a piece rate fan only because I believe it's the most fairest way for everyone concerned.
Thanks,
because
TK.
what the guys understand is I get paid $25 an hour. And then by piece rate, say you charge 3 hours, I'll pay you 3 hours to install that water heater. Okay, so they get three hours, whether it takes them an hour and a half, 2 hours, to times $25 an hour to install the water heater. So if a guy does a water heater in an hour and a half, he just gave himself a $25 an hour raise. If he was $25, he just increased his pay. He has control over that. Okay, commission overall, in my experience, doesn't work for most guys across the board. Now, the real good guys, like those of us who probably started our plumbing business and paid commission, we got it. We understood the money. And we would work the system. And as the system changes, which is one of the reasons why commission doesn't work, because owners will change as soon as the commission, starts being beat. It's kind of like the house. There's a feel that the house always wins. Okay, so they're always changing the rules. Okay, or on Monday we pay 26%. On water heaters and toilets, and then 24% after 4 o'clock and that kind of stuff. And on Tuesdays we do this. But if you work here, what happens is the guys just shut down. They don't understand. They don't understand it. They don't understand the money, so they just shut down. I know they're listening to you and nodding their head and all that, but it ain't driving them. Okay, on the whole.
Right.
All right. You want to make it clear as day how a guy gets paid. Okay, and
piece rate.
The piece rate is the only way. And it's the fairest way. Hourly is not a fair way to pay for both the employee. It's slave labor. Of course, that's why the states like it. It's slave labor. And it's also unfair to the business. Both ways. Commission, they don't understand it. And a commission, it has been abused. The House does. It's because it's not so clear, so you can play games. And again, that's why the state comes in and starts messing with it. Okay. Piece rate is the fairest.
Right. Patrick says Richard and Laura is the real fire.
Right. Feel on fire. Hey, we just love you guys.
I know.
This stuff
Did you see Larry said Richard is on fire today.
Hey, I talk with guys every day and on this, and it's so basic. I heard it. My ears were wide open as I'm walking the floor, and I heard more slaves than free men.
At the expo.
At the expo, and it's sad. It doesn't have to be that way. If you're a plumbing business owner, you're sitting on a gold mine if you're digging in the right spot and you do the right things. You have the right purpose for doing it. Hey, it's not to better your community. Okay, it's not to provide the best jobs in town or the best service and that. Although all those are important to do those things.
Right.
All right, it has to be for you, but you've been conditioned to not think of you. Okay, we purposely tell you we're plumbers. Okay, so you and I are like, no matter who I'm talking to from around the world, if we're in plumbing, the odds are our parents, okay, if we had both parents living with us, worked at the factory. They didn't own the factory or manage the factory.
Mine worked at the factory.
All right, so we've been conditioned a certain way as middle class to lower middle class to even poor to think the way to think about money in our place in line. Okay. And so, in that place in line is, to work the job, to work a job, to better the community, for the community, those kinds of things. All
Businesses aren't for that. Businesses are to make a profit.
To make a profit, and at the same time, profit provides opportunity for jobs.
Right.
Profit provides the opportunity to better the community.
Right.
Okay. Without that, it's crap. Okay. All right. And then having the right people, I see guys all the time bragging about how they got this big commercial contract or they're working for this builder. I just see and hear a dead man plumbing, period. It doesn't matter. It never ends pretty. It never ends pretty. And then the guys that are bringing the guys on who they're looking for, they're looking for the buddies, and those kinds of things. That never works. Okay, and then finally, not systemizing because we're afraid. Look, I don't have no problem saying that I'm not a numbers guy. Okay, I am now because I, forced to work with it. Got to be. Okay, and I don't like to read. All right, I'm not a systems guy. The computer stuff to this day, it's sweetheart.
How do you turn this computer on again?
It's not what I like to do.
Well, honey,
but you
can't be perfect at everything.
Thank you, baby. There is one thing I'm pretty good at.
A lot of things that you're good at, baby.
Okay.
I threw you right off.
Viva Las Vegas. So you got to learn the systems, guys. Okay. I see it, especially with the older guys. Okay. And I'm going to talk to my older brothers here. When I'm saying older, 40 and up. I see guys freak out about, we start talking about systems and they push back and say, things are fine, I'm doing just fine. Or they find some other reason to say that, where they're at is just fine, which you're not.
If you're showing up at Mrs. Jones' house with pen and paper, you've just dropped your value huge.
Okay,
Huge.
you know, huge.
Mrs. Jones is not used to that. Mrs. Jones is your customers used to shopping at probably fairly nice places, right?
Well, and the sad thing about it is most guys, we think you're worth only $125 an hour or whatever the market will tell you. That you want to know whether or not you're a free man or a slave.
Okay.
When you just say, well, I can only charge this much in my market. If you're saying my market says this is what I'm worth, you're a slave. Okay, so this is your brother. All right, I've been there. Right, I'm just talking straight here. If this kind of talk gets to you, you need to go. Watch American Idol or something. I don't know. All right. Okay. Go watch a cartoon.
Or make a change.
Guys, make a change.
Yeah.
I want to call you. There's plenty of room. The opportunity has never been better. Okay, but you got to do these things.
Yep.
Okay, and it's tough. It's tough starting out in we call it the championship rounds. Okay, so the Success Academy. I'm going to tell you everything that you need to do. Okay,
Patrick, no kidding. 40s, 60s not old anymore.
Right.
What are you talking about?
But it's tough. Putting these systems in place and doing these things, just that kind of transition and doing the work. For what I call a couple rounds, few rounds. It's tough.
How many rounds are there?
Right? How many rounds? And that's up to you. But do you want to be a free man? Freedom isn't free, but I can tell you it's beautiful. Okay, when you can do what you want to do, when you can pick up and just on a Thursday on a whim decide to go. Well, let's go somewhere, and pay for it and not worry about it.
And know that your business
is
going to
be
fall
fine.
apart.
It ain't going to fall apart. And you can pick up you can leave the country and live somewhere else.
We did that.
Which we did. Okay, and everything's going to be everything will be fine. That's beautiful. That's a life to live. Okay, to the point where my family didn't do that. I mean, my father asked me. I don't have a relationship with my father today because we're different. I come from. But I remember when my father asked me, one of the last times we spoke, he asked me, and I saw where'd you learn to do this stuff? Where'd you learn to do this? My dad was a mechanic. I grew up in a broken home, apartment complexes, and my dad was a mechanic. And we didn't, we did what the company told us to do, and we worked, thank God it's Friday, and then we partied on Friday, and Sunday night we felt sick because we had to go to work again. It's beautiful. Freedom means you don't know what day it is. Guys, that's when you're a free man, when you don't know what day it is. And
not because you drank so much.
Not because you drank, and that's what I want for you. That's what's my agenda. What's our agenda here?
Agenda, $1 million plumber.
Is that for you? And I love with our clients and some of the guys I hear talking that are getting it and working towards it. That just fires me up. If it's just one, two, a handful of guys, that my time doing this kind of thing is worth it. That's why I'm doing this. Okay. For the rest that don't, that doesn't get it. But it's sad because, again, if you're a plumbing business owner, you're sitting on a gold mine and can create the life that you want to create if you believe you're worth it. And
anybody out there worth it?
Right.
Is there anybody out
most
there
guys
worth
will say, most guys will say I'm worth it.
They better.
Right.
Do you believe it, though?
But do you believe?
Do you believe
all right?
that you're
do you
worth
believe it? Okay. So,
okay, Mr. Fired Up Man. One of our clients, obviously well trained, he says, "What's today?"
What's that? Right.
That's right, Chad.
Right. And right now you do what you got to do. If you're still in the truck and you're working your way out of the truck, that's fine. You do what you got to do.
Right.
And that's
there
how
you
it
go.
is. There you go.
Okay.
So
Got anything else? Is
all
that
right.
it?
Boy.
I know.
Time for a drink.
You wore out.
Time for a stiff drink.
What do you got in that?
Just love you guys. Okay.
We do.
We really do.
We
and just want you. These things are simple. All right. It's simple. Not necessarily easy,
not easy,
but it's simple. But you got to know these things. You can't kid yourself. And I tell you, one time I had a talk with guys that approach and want to do private coaching, and we do that kind of stuff, and had a conversation. And I just finally said that the guy didn't sound, and I just said it, you don't sound desperate. Well, man, I got to be desperate? He's telling me how good things were, but yet he did, things weren't really that good. But those are the guys, if you feel a little desperate, okay, if you're desperate to be out of the truck, if you're desperate to get this thing figured out, if if you have that kind of mind, that's good. That's good. You will be successful. If you're comfortable, all right, you're not going to be, you'll have a job, and you make good money. Look, we do it, you know, you'll make enough money, have a good house. You know, plumbing pays pretty well, you know, even with your own business, you can have a house.
But gosh, hope you don't get hit by a bus.
You can have a car, you know, you can go on a cruise, you know, go to Disney World, all right,
things.
you know, that kind of a thing.
But
You know, you can go out Texas Roadhouse and get yourself, you know.
But if your
whatever.
knees give out,
right,
yikes.
right. So it doesn't have to be that way.
It does not.
Okay.
TK says the show was on fire.
Oh,
Thanks, TK.
We just love you guys. It's just it's a waste of life, especially here in the good old USA. Okay.
No excuse.
There's no excuse. Okay. It's in. If you're in the USA, it's in your DNA. Okay. All right. You're a free man. All right. That's what the USA is all about. It's freedom. Okay. All right. And if you've come to the USA, you've come because you want freedom.
Right.
All right. So, but freedom isn't free. That's a little bit of a secret there. Freedom isn't free. It's going to war. Everything's going to war against you to push you back because it doesn't want you to be free. You see that we don't watch politics and all that kind of stuff because it's obvious. All right.
CF.
All right. They don't want you to be free. Okay. But
CF just joined the show. Everybody say hi to CF,
CF,
the plumbing sales guy.
coach. Hey, he's got
Plumbing
some cool
sales coach.
stuff's getting ready to come out here.
He does. I think
and
he's
what
on the
doing
show
with it.
Monday. Next
Yep.
Monday he's going to be on the show. Right?
Yep.
Yep.
That's another system you got to have in place. All right.
Yep.
I'm pushing these guys on you. What am I all about? Yeah, I'm pushing these guys on you. All right. Pam's got it right. You know, being comfortable, being uncomfortable equals freedom. Yes, it
Yep.
does. And it's not always. That's just
smart.
how it is. All right. Okay. You got to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes.
Okay?
Does CF have a show tonight? CF type. I'm here with the entire family. What? Him and his 80 kids?
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, looking family.
I know.
All right.
Yeah, the Von Trapp family.
Yeah. The Von Fresh family.
Von Fresh.
The Von Fresh
Fresh,
family.
do you have a show tonight? Type in if you do. Because I can't remember. No,
Yeah.
he doesn't. Is it Tuesdays and Thursdays? Now I
think
can't
he's going
remember.
right.
Yikes.
Okay.
Put that in the comments so everybody sees. But in the meantime, is that it, Mr. Behney? Mr.
Yeah,
Million Dollar Plumber?
that's it here.
Anything else?
Okay. Hey, these things we're going over. I really want you to have here with my Plumbing Business Success Academy. Okay. Yeah, I'm pushing it on you.
Yeah, you
because
are.
everything's there, and you can't. It's a great value. All right. We have 12 modules, everything you need to know. Videos, over 150 videos. Okay. Covering everything you need to know in your plumbing business. Make it all. It is the boss. You know, even there we go. All right.
Yep.
Everything from, you know, how to charge, you know, the correct hourly rate, create your own flat rate book, all right? Your pricing calculator, the right kind of marketing, okay? Live coaching calls, all right? The community, it's all there. Teaching the business of plumbing. You need it if you're serious about it, okay? And you can test drive it for free, all right? 14 days for free trial. Just type success in the comments or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/success, all right? I'm giving it away, all right? If you can't afford to do it after the 14 days, quit your business. All right, you can't. It's so cheap. I'm just being honest here. Okay. So there you have it.
There you have it.
Okay.
Yeah, music is supposed to be playing, and it's just not playing right
All
now.
right.
So I'm not even sure exactly why not.
We don't have our closing
We
music.
don't
What's
know.
going on here?
No, we changed
All right,
the
there we
mics.
go.
and- Okay, there it goes. Say goodbye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.